Hey girls, I just wanted to chat with you just for a few minutes. I'm on my way to do a launch demo this evening and for a new distributor, and I just wanted to see how your month's going so far, and welcome all you new distributors to our team, the Delta Divas, which is just a group inside of our big group, the Bayou Beauty Queens. And I just wanted to see what y'all are up to and let you know that we still have time in the month. So if you haven't been recruiting like crazy, if you've only recruited one or none, don't get discouraged. We still have time, and just remember that why you did this to begin with. My story is I found out about the lipstick and went and tried the lipstick at Lisa's house and loved it, and I asked if there was foundation or skincare, or if SeneGence only carried the lipstick, and she said, no girl, they have everything, but I just hadn't tried it yet. So she pulled out her kit that came in a box at that time, and I went to doing my skincare and did, which felt fabulous, and then I did the foundation and made up my whole face, eyeshadow and everything. And until that point, Lisa and I didn't know that it stayed on all day. We just thought the lipstick was the only thing. But I went home, and the first thing I noticed right off the bat is when I was doing the foundation, there were some other ladies there, and after about 5 or 10 minutes of applying the foundation, they were like, oh my gosh, your skin looks great. And it does. It looked totally different than what I'm sorry, I heard sirens. I hope it wasn't after me, but it's not. Oh, yay. Anyway, but my face looked different than it had. I mean, and what had happened was, now that we know, the foundation adapts to your pigment, so it really, my skin looked flawless. And what I loved about it, after I'd left Lisa's house, is, I mean, I just felt like I had only wore powder up until that point. I was using MAC, I think, Studio Fix, something like that, and because I could not, my skin was very oily and I couldn't stand the way foundation felt. But one thing I noticed about the SeneGence foundation was I didn't feel like I had makeup on, but I looked better than I did with just powder. So and then that night, of course, I slept in the stuff, and the next morning I got up and I still had a hole. My whole face was on. My eyes, my foundation, my blood, everything. And I called Lisa, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I think I want to sell this stuff. So that was it. I signed up basically just to get my discount. And, you know, I thought I would sell it to a couple friends or whatever, but nothing major. I had been doing a bookkeeping job for 10 years of my life, and I love my job. I wasn't looking to change anything. But anyway, I signed up and I made my order and I started selling. I mean, not really just hustling. I did a launch demo. At the time, Lisa didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. So I just we didn't know we were supposed to help each other with launch demos. I just had my own. I just called a friend of mine and I invited everybody I knew, and we did it at my friend's house, and just I think that night I ended up selling like $900 worth of product, and that's really when I got excited. And then a couple of days later, I think I ended up selling like $1,300 worth out of 2 demos. That was in one day. And I was like, oh my gosh, everybody wants makeup that stays on. And we all know that, but we also know that the makeup that stays on is just what gets you interested. And it is awesome, we want that, but that the skincare part, the skincare is the jewel. It's the anti-aging properties and the Cineplex complex, the cell renewing properties in the skincare set that we love. And it's really awesome because, you know, I've always had pretty decent skin. I've been very oily, and I've hated that. That's got on my nerves because my makeup would just slide off my face. That's why I wore powder. And I can tell you, in a year and 8 months, that my skin has totally changed. I have finally hydrated my face enough. And don't let your oily people, don't let that freak you out, because the reason you're so oily is you're stripping your oil glands and they're steadily producing more oil, and that's what I was doing. But my face is finally nourished and hydrated enough that it's imbalanced and my whole skin has changed. So I just basically wanted to just chat with you a few minutes. I know I've went on and on and on, but I just love it. I love what I do. A year and 8 months later, I'm still excited about the products. The products are awesome. We have a great group of ladies, a lot of friends that I've made, dear friends that I'll have for life. And I just want to tell you girls on my downline, in our big group, that don't give up. If you have another job, if you have 2 jobs, you work your business, your SeneGence business, the way you can. But work it. Don't just sit back. The customers, the business is not going to come to you. You've got to get out and get the business. But that's all you have to do. Stripe your hand. Tell people about the product. Show them. Your lip sense is your ticket in the door. And then, of course, you know, once they find out about the skincare, how awesome it is, we know that's what keeps them. So don't get discouraged. Make a list right now of everybody that you know that you haven't mentioned this to, or that you have but you hadn't got with yet. Just sit down, take 5 or 10 minutes and make that list out and contact those girls. You know, and I understand some of them may not feel like they have the money to purchase the products, but have them schedule a demo. That's an incentive to get their product. I mean, you know, they can have a demo and get $45 in free product, plus more depending on the sales of that demo. So have your demos. That's where you make your money. That's where you get your recruits. Always, always, always offer every single guest the opportunity to become a distributor or remain a customer. You never know who wants to do this, and I can tell you that you do make money on sales, and it is awesome. But your recruiting, that's where your money is. That is where your money is, and I can't say that enough. Don't be scared to lose those sales by recruiting your girls, your friends, your customers. Don't be scared of that. All that's going to work out on its own. Not every single person guest at your demo is going to sign up. But I just wanted to try to encourage you a little bit this evening and tell you that it's awesome. You know, fit it in, make that time for it, because you will not regret it. And if I can help you anyway, give me a call. I'll be glad to help you any way I can. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.